men call women hoes, but never consider themselves one, even though they do the same exact things that women might have done?
That's that double standard.
Hey, he's talking to the man. Let us answer this.
Okay, I'm just
That's loaded.
When I get an answer, I'm gonna answer.
Are there any hoes here who would like to answer?
Wow. Ain't no hoes over here. Ain't no hoes.
If you're a hoe and you know it, raise your hand.
Fours here. Ain't no three.
To answer,
Yeah,
you got this or
I'm a delivered hoe.
You got delivered to the next one.
I think the men would call.
Wow.
What the men call players?
Wait. Go ahead.
The men we would call players, but it would be more of a positive thing, I guess. In a realm of immaturity, as boys, we would be say being a player was a positive, as opposed to if a woman was doing what a man was doing, that was just unladylike, unclassy. That's just a hoe, And I'm not saying this is right, because I believe men are hoes too. Now that I've matured and I'm grown up some, but I don't know why we do. I think more is expected from women. I think men are more expected to be less than what they should in society, where women can't get away with much. So when women just make themselves beneath who they are, they just automatically get the term hoe. Like you just acting out of character, or you acting like a hoe. And a man that's like, okay, yeah, you a hoe, but it's whatever. We expect you to be a hoe.
That's what men do.
Type of thing. And it's not okay, but it is reality.
I don't remember this quote I've really read, but I'm gonna try to do it. When you're a key?
Oh my God! I was thinking the same thing.
You can get in too many locks.
Okay, that's there.
You're useful, but when you're a lock and many keys can get into you, there's a problem.
You're useless.
That is the.
But that's not remember. It's not. The statement is true.
That's a funny statement.
I'm just saying.
I like that. I like it.
Whitney's not here for it at all. She's not here for it.
That's a clever statement.
I don't care about your locks. I don't care about your keys.
That's a pretty clever statement.
Well,
I don't call women hoes though.
Does that lock birth life?
What? No,
that's why the lock should be opened by many keys.
Yeah. But that's what I was gonna say. I feel like women are viewed as really as precious, in the man's eye, because she is a life giver. She has a uterus. She, brings life into this world. So I feel like a woman's life is precious, or a woman's pearl is precious. And I feel like men are much more external than women are. Women are more internal, so I feel like it's definitely much more of an emotional thing for women when they do have sex. For men, it can literally be like, oh, I had sex today, and then you just move on. So I feel like men have that thought of women being much more attached when it comes to being intimate than men are.
I need a woman to speak. I need a woman.
If you look at sex, the women you're entering into a woman, so the woman is all internal like you're saying, but externally the man is releasing. So they release, they move on.
So you gonna release into
anybody? I'm saying that's why you see. No, I'm not at all. But I'm just saying that's why you would say the woman is more precious.
No, I get it.
Because it's all coming into if you really think about it, you don't want to walk around with everybody seeing you.
Ladies.
That sounds horrible.
I'm just so appalled by the whole concept. And
no
man,
judgment.
if you a hoe, you a hoe.
Yeah.
I have no explanation. So yeah, the whole release, all that, no.
So this is my thing. When the double standards of hoes between men and women, because it really bothers me. It really bothers me because it goes back to the notion that women and men are equal. You know what I'm saying? We can take it back to Bible times, or even, in some cultures now where there's polygamy. You know what I'm saying? And men can have several wives, and it's okay. But wives can't have several husbands?
Sister wives, but no brother husbands.
No brother husbands? What?
No brother husbands.
Brother Bay. Or
no brother Bay.
there's things where a woman is supposed to be a housewife. Like, she is supposed to be submissive. She's supposed to be, you know, all these things to the man. You know what I'm saying? And so it's always making us seem less than a man, and we are not on the same level, so things just aren't equal.
You know, I believe that if we really do, like as society, build up our next generation of children, making like men and women like equal, just like in household stuff and everything, it would make it easier when they get into relationships. Because a lot of stuff that I thought before I was like, you know, in this final relationship that I'm in, was just like not true. Like, you can talk about like being like the head of finances or like cleaning or cooking or whatever, because everybody likes to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But it makes it so hard when you have like, well, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then it's like, well, the man is just carrying this whole burden, and then he's carrying this burden for fake because he ain't even got the finances to take care of you. So it just falls apart. So you never can find someone to actually come together with to like build something. It's really about coming together.
Yeah.
Okay, a video went viral on social media of a woman getting down on one knee to propose to her boyfriend. This act is said to defy the social norm of that the man is supposed to propose to the woman. So ladies, would you get down on one knee?
Never.
Okay.
She said that
Yes or
boldly.
Me personally, I wouldn't, but I'm not knocking anybody who does, because I do believe that if you really want something, go for it, you know. So if you feel like he's taking too long and you need an answer now, you ain't gotta wait around and ask him to wait for him to ask to marry you. Like, you can ask too, okay? You can buy a ring too. You can do whatever too. While I probably won't, just because that's just me, you know. I don't see no problem with it.
Britt?
I would never do that, ever. Just to explain a little bit, I don't fully believe that men and women are equal. I literally think men are physically stronger, and there are responsibilities that they are more capable of handling than women are, and there are responsibilities that women are more capable of handling than men are. For example, most women, not everyone, find it easier to love and be nurturing. Men have to work at that. Most women find it difficult to just submit and listen to whatever a man has to say, like, and honor and respect. Like, it's easier for me to respect another man if I were a man than to love him. You know what I mean? So, and that's based on biblical principle. That's my belief. That's why wives were told to honor and respect your husbands, and husbands were given the instruction to love, because that's what's most difficult for each other. I, as a woman, for the rest of my life, am choosing, if I choose to agree to be married to someone, to submit to this man, to trust his decisions, to trust him to be led by God. So I'm not going to, in the moment where we're going to make that decision, I'm not going to submit and ask him for his hand. I am the one that needs to be asked, are you willing to submit to me for the rest of your life? And I will honor you in that moment by taking a knee before you, and that's how I'm honoring you, because you're going to honor me in this way for the rest of your life. Come on, that is why I would not propose to a man. Because I got to propose to you, then I got to listen to what you say for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Unless he's trying to submit to you for the rest of his.
It doesn't feel right to me for a woman to get on her knee and propose to a man, the man who was supposed to be the sole provider, the man who was the head of the household. You know what I mean? So I no.
But to each his
What is
own.
sole
If that's
provider
the belief,
What
yeah.
is sole
To each his
provider
own.
mean?
Not everybody believes.
What
that.
does sole provider mean?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, well, because the man is the head of the household. You know what I
What
mean?
does sole provider mean?
Do you
Like-
mean financially or what?
Just
So
like
provider of
he
what?
provides it all. The household, the money, like all
Make
that
sure
stuff.
things
But what if that's not the
covered.
case? What if
What
the
if
woman
that's
makes more than the man?
But regardless of money and all of that stuff, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. The amount of money that you make does not determine whether you're male, female, and who, you know, what the role should be. So I don't think the finances has anything to do with it whatsoever. Because I could be a billionaire and you need to get down on your knee.
But also, I feel like, you know, because those social norms are a part of our society.
Yeah.
You have to ask the question, why isn't he asking me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be like, You have to be like,
Right.
why is it that? Because we obviously probably talked about it. We probably whatever, and he's just not doing it. So okay, I'm gonna just do it
Can the
myself.
Lord just release
I'm gonna just do it myself. No, and so you have
Why
to
we
say,
rushing
no.
the
Why
process?
does he not want to propose to me? What? And if
So how long do
But
you wait
that's-
until you
yeah.
propose?
that's all.
then?
That's all on your decision. Like,
How long would you have waited until you decided to propose to Brandon?
oh, I'm not proposing to Brandon because that's just
Exactly.
me. Like I'm just not. Gonna,
So if
I'm just not gonna do that. No, I'm not doing that. Like, if, I said, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Go ahead and free yourself.
when you propose to him, that would be forcing him in a corner just to make a
No,
decision.
just let
They're
him
not
know that
ready
this
to-
is my expectation. I am expecting for you to propose to me. I'm expecting for you to be a wife. If you cannot meet that for me, then we need to go our separate ways.
Yeah.
And if that's okay for you, then that shows me
Right. You know it.
where we're not.
Okay, well, fellas, would you feel comfortable with your woman proposing to you?
Nah. I'm very traditional. Basically, what you said, I don't believe men and women are equal.
You
at all.
African. Of course you should.
Yeah, I would not allow my woman to be on her knees for me. I'm gonna be over her. I'm gonna be leading her. I'm gonna be the king of the household.
Well, you want to
So
allow
I'm
her
gonna-
to be on her knees just at the appropriate time.
We're not.
You have to
Ryan.
stop.
Wait,
Ryan.
You have
You're
to
right.
go.
And
I would allow her to be
Oh, no,
on her
this is
knees
just-
In holiness.
She right.
in that.
In
Right.
holiness.
But I would get on my
Because
knees
the
and say,
marriage
look,
bed.
I'm
It's
ready to
undefiled.
serve you. I want to be your king. I want to be your husband. Will you be my wife? And will you allow me to serve you for the rest of your life? So I have to be the one to be on my knee to make that decision. And if she was to do that for me, it would rob the whole relationship dynamic. Because like I can't be her leader. And if she's putting me on the spot to choose if I want to lead in the first place.
Yeah.
I have to come to her with that, already knowing that God has called me to this. I'm supposed to lead her. I'm ready to lead her. All right, now here's the question.
I think the other thing too is like, you know, in current times now, we always talk about the emasculation of men, especially black
Yeah.
men,
Yeah.
and you know, women being so independent that it's almost hindering us. And I feel like that is one more example of women taking on quote unquote the man's role.
I think it was the most beautiful thing when I got to go and buy the ring for Aries. It was just like you talk about like how like it's like hard for men like, you know, to like love and like whatever. And it wasn't, it was just like the feeling of being like, I am about to present to her like, you know, like a great gift. Like I would be honored to be your husband, and just the point of like picking it out and like trying to figure out, you know, what she likes that will just like make it like, you know, whatever, and being able to get on one knee and be like, you know, will you marry me? Like I choose you, will you choose me back? And just to honor her and like make the moment about her. I just think it's a beautiful thing
I agree.
about that.